Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Let's Play Skyrim. Last time we left off we came here to the Sundered Towers, yes, where we were looking for the Red Eagle Sword. Yes, we were. We came here, we found Red Eagle Sword, but found that that is only part of the legend. Apparently there is another part where we must go forth into Red Eagle's tomb at Rebel's Cairn. So that is the first order of the day this morning. We had a nice sleep last night, taking shifts of course with Brelina, because there's only one bed and one chair. Yeah, so we had to ensure that somebody was standing guard in case any Forsworn came around. But yes, we had about 4 hours sleep each at the end of the day. Not really marvellous, but it's enough to recharge the old batteries ready for today's affairs. Anyway, before we head out to Rebel's Cairn to solve the mystery of the legend of Red Eagle, it would be nice to know exactly what Red Eagle is all about. So to find that out, we have a book called The Legend of Red Eagle, which will hopefully make things a little bit clearer. So without further ado, I suppose we'll just have a quick read. Hopefully it won't be too long a book, but yes, I do think reading it is highly appropriate. The Legend of Red Eagle by Tradain Dren, Archivist of Winterhold, no less. This tale was transcribed from the memory of Clarice Vienne, student of Winterhold. Elements of the legend suggest a date of circa 1 era 1030, though as with any oral tradition, much of it is likely a later anachronism. Curiously, stories of a similar king and his legendary blade appear in the other ancient myths of the Reach. Long ago, a child was born in the Sundered Hills. They named him Phelan, or Phelan, which means Red Eagle in the tongue of the Reach, for the screeching bird, call that greeted his birth, and the crimson blooms on the autumn hills. Thus began his legend. Reach child, born under auspicious skies, his very name the colour of blood. 10 kings ruled the Reach in those days, and though men went free, the people were scattered and warred amongst themselves. The augurs foresaw the boy's destiny, a warrior without peer, first and foremost lord of the Reach, chosen to unite all under his name. Phelan grew in years and strength, and it seemed the prophecy would be fulfilled. The banner of the Red Eagle was raised along the cliffs of the Reach, and his people prospered. Then came Hestra, Empress of the South, riding to war. One by one the kings stood before her, one by one they fell aside, bending knee in imperial bargains or slaughtered on the battlefield. Her legions came at last to the Sundered Hills, and envoys were sent to bargain for their surrender. Phelan refused to yield the freedom of his people, but the elders were afraid, cast him out and accepted the imperial yoke. Thus was stolen by the foreign invaders his land, his people, his very name. In the years that followed, Red Eagle became known as the untamed spirit of the Reach, unbowed, unbroken, stained by the blood of his foes. He gathered loyal Reachmen to himself, those who clung to the old ways, who yearned for freedom and forged a new nation. Together they fell upon the occupiers and the traitors by night, disappearing into the cliffs and caves each morn, evading capture. It was not enough. For every imperial patrol and garrison they wiped out, yet more seemed to march from the green south to replace them. One night, under a cloud-choked sky, the men of the Red Eagle warmed themselves over damp fires of smouldering moss. A huddled shambling figure came to them, cloaked in rags, face cowled. Though his men mocked and cast stones at the stranger, Phelan sensed something and beckoned. The cowl was thrown back in the dim light, and she revealed herself to be one, the ancient and venerable Hagravens. She offered power for a price, and a pact was made. Thus was brokered to the witch his heart, his will, his humanity. From that day forth, his was a spirit of vengeance, pitiless and beyond remorse. The rebels grew in strength and numbers, and none could stand against them. Phelan's eyes burned coldly in these days, black opals reflecting a mind not entirely his own. 2 years passed, and the foreigners were all but driven from the Reach. Such peace could not last, however, and a great host fell upon them, a swift army of invaders unlike any before. For a fortnight, Hestra's generals laid siege to Red Eagle's stronghold, till he himself came forth for battle, alone, and robed in nothing but his righteous fury. 1,000 foreigners fell before his flaming sword, and the enemy was routed. Yet, when night fell, so too did he. The warriors who came to him said Phelan's eyes were clear again on that final night. He was taken to the place prepared for him, a tomb hidden deep within the rock. With his remaining strength, he presented his sword to his people, and swore an oath. Fight on, and when at last the Reach is free, his blade should be returned, that he might rise and lead them again. Thus was given for his people, his life, his dream, his sword. But when every debt is repaid in blood, these he shall reclaim once more. Makes things much clearer now. So he was a king of the Reach type fella. Sold his soul to a hag raven. Defeated the Imperial invaders for a price. And all that sort of stuff. Right, where's the best way to get out of here? I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think if we go up here and out, we might be able to get over this place. From what I can remember, but yes, if we sort of meander, there we go. Freedom! Berliner, of course, may not travel that path. In fact, there's a door here. There's probably a way. Oh, the door is barred from the other side. I see. See you on the other side, Berliner. I shall press forth. Catch up when you can. I always worry when I do this because I don't know which pathfinding route she's going to take, but I'm always worried if I stray too far ahead. That would be it. Good night, Vienna. No more Berliner. Ooh, pack of wolves. We'll avoid them slightly. Don't want to cause any unnecessary issues here. So, we are heading to the Tomb of Red Eagle, where we are probably going to reunite him with his sword. Some kind of ritual sacrifice. By the sounds of it, he's going to raise up. Raise up, I say, and do something. Ooh, a floaty sword. There are dark magics I sense here. But we'll just wait patiently for Belina to make her way. I don't want to leave her behind. Meanwhile, we'll just take a look at the morning vistas, I suppose. A bit misty over there, and there's also some kind of tower over there. Just a potato in the middle of the floor. Oh, no, it's a skull, actually. And, yes. After we have been to this Red Eagle's place, there's a couple of places I might go next. I think the next place I would go is, we've actually drifted quite further afield, but I do intend to head on down to the Dushnik Jarl, the Orcish stronghold, which apparently is friendly to us because of our good friend what's he called? Urag in the library at the College of Winterhold. I'm getting quite worried now about Berlina. Is she going to turn up anytime soon? Has she really lost her way? Maybe I've done it now. Maybe she has gone for good. Where's she coming from? Bloody Jupiter? Come on, love, get a move on. I'll go inside and see if she appears next to my side. Right. Berlina! Ah, greetings, Berlina. Nice to see you've joined me. I thought for a second there that you were gone for good, you know? Lost in this Reach place. Anyway, let's put some light into the situation, shall we? There we go. Probably better put some some defensive spells right at the ready in case we come across anything that wants to kill us, which is usually the case. Oh, come on, I can't pick these mushrooms. What's happening here? There we go. There's Mushroom City down here. Come on, what the hell's going on here? I'm in trouble this morning. My fingers must be numb or something from the cold. I don't know. It's just a bit of a struggle. There we go. I'll be with you in a minute, Red Eagle. I'm just picking mushrooms here. I'm planning on making a lovely garlic and mushroom soup for dessert for my tea tonight. Delightful. If you've never tried it, I implore you to give it a whirl. It's rich and creamy. In fact, it might be a rather short dungeon here. It seems to be we have come to where we need to be already. Right, we need to be very careful here. Something is telling me that this is not going to be as straightforward as it looks. Compounded by the dead body here, which indicates that something has happened. Adventurer, clutching a copy of the Legend of Red Eagle, almost as if hiding behind the book would keep him safe or something. Portents are telling me that something bad is going to happen here. Some kind of wraithy type thing might appear when we summon that we have to put out of his misery, perhaps. Maybe it'll speak to us. Who dares to raise me from my watery grave? Only me, Elwynn. I was just being a little bit nosy and I'm about to leave. See ya. Of course, I haven't come this far to run away. I've come this far to find out what the hell's going on. Right, I've picked enough mushrooms now. Just put a few more there. Why start and then stop halfway? Eh? Why not go the whole log? Take them all. Bleeding crowns, white harvest, imp stools. Get them all, eh? And a few more over here. Red thingies. What are they called? Fly amanita, that's it, that's the fellas. There's some more plucked underneath some bloodstained planty things. Oh, God. God, I can't help it. I can't leave ingredients lying about the place. There we go. Right, I'm all mushroomed out now. Plenty for my soup, thank you. It will be delightful. Oh, some more. Alright. So, what are we doing here? Activate weapon slot. There we go. Oh, it's just a key. It's a key to further pastures. Oh, sorry, Berlin. I've noticed something. Just when you thought you had them all, some more come into your line of sight. Okay, there we go. Right, now I'm done. Yep. Ba-doo. And there I thought we're in a very small little dungeon. Silly me. Right. Still not completely confident that we're not going to be attacked. Innocently walking down, innocently, don't mean any harm. What's that statue? That looks rather intimidating. More mushrooms, eh? Maybe it's a trap. They sucker me in with mushrooms, and when I have my head turned down, they launch an attack that takes me by a great surprise. Wow, this is quite the place. What a place to be buried, eh? Although, getting a shiver down my spine looking at all this. See, if we didn't read the Legend of Red Eagle, all of this would have been meaningless. We wouldn't know what the hell we're doing here. We wouldn't even know who Red Eagle was, but now that we know, it just makes things seem a little bit more meaningful. I thought that was actually a statue of a person. It's a pile of stones. A few heads. Wow. I'm getting closer, but I don't want to. I've just got a bad feeling. Ah! Hello? Oh, blast stations. I'm not liking this. I thought we were safe. Not really. I knew something was going to happen. Wow. An eagle himself! He's risen up from the grave! Red Eagle, go back to your grave! Leave us be! Uh-oh, Staff of the Sanguine Rose, perchance? I think so. Quickly! No time to tally! Dilly-dally! He's coming for me! He's coming for me! Go away! I got your number, Buster! Fireball to hell! Look at my friend over there. Taking care of business, eh? Oh. Wow. Now, I'll get back to things in a moment. Hello, Mr. Red Eagle. Shame you couldn't stay for longer. It's gonna take me over my carry capacity, but I'm gonna take it. It's too valuable not to. I'm just gonna have to give Berlina a few more things.
I'm right behind you. I'm a mage, not a pawnbroker, you know.
How much more can you carry, Berlina? I need some assistance here. I'm a bit slack. Ooh, ebony bow. Do you have? Oh, you have an ebony bow. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I know you're gonna wear these, but I really can't afford to carry them all. So I'm gonna just give you all these marvelous swords. Maybe you could start your own collection.
Lead on.
Thank you. Right. Now we can go a little bit closer, find out exactly what was going on. In fact, have we solved the riddle now? Is that it? Is that the quest over?